Hello， 大家好，又是我主持人 Benson。那今天这是第2场，应该算是最后一个议程，就是闪电秀的部分。那我相信规则跟内容大家都应该还清楚。那让我再快速复习一下，每个人3分钟。如果环境设置太久的话，就会开始倒数计时。然后如果他闪电秀只要10秒的话，大家可以一起倒数这样子。So in English version, so everyone will only have 3 minutes to talk. And then if you have set up for too long time, and the 3 minutes will start. Oh, not connecting? And so if the speech is less than 10 seconds, everyone will count down together. Okay, and the first topic of SAP, he is SAP, and his lightning title will be F***K it. How to fix code in production. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. So, what happens if you're in Taiwan but you don't have guai guai? All right, I'm going to teach you how to fix production code in 5 minutes. Quick disclaimer. I'm not responsible if you get fired from your job. Everything you do with this knowledge is your own responsibility. So, do you hate it when it's Friday and your PM asks you to ship a feature and it's not ready, but you need to ship it because you promised you would? And so you try to ship the feature and then suddenly there's a bunch of errors in the code. Don't you wish you could just make it go away? I'm presenting fuck it. It's an actual Python package. You can just pip install fuck it. And then whatever code has an error, you just use the fuck it decorator and there's no error anymore. And you can even use it on modules. And if you import a module and use fuck it and it still has an error, you just use another fuck it call on top of it. And then you'll have no more errors. I didn't make this thing, by the way. This guy made it. But he hasn't maintained it in 7 years, so I thought it could use the attention. Other examples is you can use the fuck it context manager. And like I said, you can fix broken imports with fuck it. It's very simple. Oh, also, you might be asking me, wow, this is so great. Is it even legal to use it? Well, with the do what the fuck you want to do license, you can do what the fuck you want to do. It's great. So the next time your PM or your boss or the CEO comes over and says, oh no, production is fucked. Fuck it. That was my talk. Thank you, guys.
So I guess supposed I to say fuck it? Okay, let's welcome the next speaker. It's from KK, and the topic will be 工程师去游牧. You need English version?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. My name is KK, but I will use Chinese today. OK, 那我今天会讲那个数位游牧相关的东西。对，今天是我唯一参加的一个议程，对，其他都完全没有参加到。对，那今天主要来做那个宣传，对，那我们是 TDNA 台湾 Digital Nomad Association， 那我们是主要做数位游牧的一群人，然后因为几次聚会，然后开始办了一些百人大会，那也有一个类似像 PyCon 这样子的 conference， 那我们今年的话有接这个国发会的游牧台湾办公室，所以如果对数位游牧有兴趣的话，可以跟我们说，我们目前算是台湾的代表性组织。对，那我们最主要是跟我们自己主要是民间机构，我们是 TDNA， 那我们跟国发会一起做了这个 Nomad 台湾的这样子的 office。那我们到底在干嘛呢？其实我们主要就是在做的事情，我们希望台湾可以成为一个非常数位游牧友善的国家。然后因为大家都写程式嘛，那写程式也是希望可以远端，那我们也是希望如此。那我们希望台湾的人可以走出去，也有很多人可以进来。 对，那我们其实做了非常多东西，我们在花莲、台东、嘉义、台南、屏东，我们都有各个据点。所以为什么没有台北呢？因为其实台北那个很多是靠我们自己的金钱去控制的，就是政府没给什么钱，所以我就不屑帮他写这样。对，对，好，那旁边是我们的一个活动，这样，所以大家可以看到，就是我们会有很多那种 barbecue 啊，然后出去玩啊，然后跟一些外国人大家一起 happy 啊，然后用政府的钱啊，大家的税啊，这样子，对。对，反正没有录音嘛，我们就拍照，应该还好。对，然后那当然我没有去，就有在 Global 去做啦，就包含说像我们有一些旁边是清迈啊，然后或者是说像那个中间是大阪万博嘛，然后旁边是釜山，就我们也会出去外面啊，就是把钱撒到国外去这样子。对，就是我们会在台湾撒钱，也会在国外撒钱这样子。对，那不仅如此啊，就是我们也会在那个，就我们有办。各式各样的这个 conference， 就是大家可以看到，我们就是今年办的蛮多场 conference 的，然后就是PyCon 台湾这里灯，对对，小小的地方，对，那就也是欢迎大家就是一起来，对，那我们有很多活动，像那个 Digital Night 啊，或者是我们一些Happy Hour 等等，就是各种活动，所以大家就是喜欢喝酒、喜欢 Happy、喜欢认识朋友的，就是所以游牧就是一个让你合理化这些事情的地方，这样，对，好，那重点来了，好，我特别留个几十秒，就是我们这礼拜4晚上在8点的时候有一个线上招募说明会，因为我们原本只是闹着玩，做着，就不小心拿了别人政府的钱，然后就有很多 KPI 要做，对，然后呢就必须要找人，对，就赶快扫，耶，谢谢。
如果对数位游牧有兴趣的话，要找 KK 哦。OK， 那接下来下一个讲题是我们大家的好朋友 Ruben， 我相信会场现在很多人认识他了。OK， 那他所带来的题目是 Let's Analyze Taipei Weather by Ruben。
All right. Oops. You working? Hey, folks. So, I've been in Taiwan and Taipei for about a week. This is news, but Taipei is hot and humid and rainy. But I'm a data person and a Python person, so I ask, how hot, how humid, how rainy? By the way, the answer is a lot. But maybe we can get a little more specific. So I went to the Taipei weather information, and I got the data. Fantastic. So can we analyze this data and find out something about, for example, how much does it usually rain in September in Taipei? By the way, I live in Israel. In Israel, from March until October, 0 rain. 0. So I always forget to bring an umbrella when I go abroad, because really, rain in the summer? So we're going to open Pandas. I've got the file, and here we go. Let's first of all read the CSV, but to make it easier for people like me, we'll rename the columns. But wait a second, you might know this, but not everyone knows. The years here are not exactly in standard ISO format. So let's break them apart. I'm gonna get the year and month with a lambda, and I'm gonna use some regular expression magic there, and I create a new column. Then I create a year column based on that. Then I create a month column based on that, and finally I can run 2 date time on that, and I get a date time column. And then I'm gonna get rid of the scratch columns. And what do you know? A few lines of code later, kablam! I have date time information based on the Taiwanese year and date. Now that I have that, I can ask questions. Let's do a pivot table. So I'm gonna say pivot table where the rows are gonna be labeled with the years, the columns are gonna be labeled with the months, and then I can say, well, let's sum it up. We're gonna get the mean. We're gonna use a pipe to get the average, sort of from the month for that year, and then we're gonna plot it. And guess what we find? Yeah, September is pretty darn rainy. Not the rainiest, but pretty darn rainy, which explains a lot. And you can do this with the data super easily. Pandas does this really easily. And if you wanna see the notebook that I used for this, you can just go there. And you can look at it and download it and play with Pandas and all this great stuff. Anyway, Thanks so much, folks. I so love being in Taiwan, and I appreciate all the help.
So if you want to analyze anything with pandas, find Ruben. So next up will be PyCon HK PyCon 香港生存手册，来自我们从香港来的好朋友 Kelvin。
OK， 喂 ，Hello， 等一下啊。OK，Hello， 大家好，我是 Kelvin， 从香港过来的，所以这个是I show the survival kit because all the Taiwan people I invite to go to PyCon Hong Kong, they will have some excuse to join the PyCon Hong Kong. So you I would say that this is my background. I just want to show my cat. Yeah, and especially this time PyCon Hong Kong is on the 10th of October, so that you will have a long weekend from Taiwan. So that our event is on the 11th of October. So you can come to us. And PyCon Hong Kong is trilingual conference. You're so welcome the foreign speaker to come to join. And we are trying to 4-track this year, and we will have a workshop. And scale around is 300 people. So we welcome all the foreigners to come Hong Kong. Yeah. And this why is very kind, because when I ask the people will come, then we also have this question. Sometimes Hong Kong is not so expensive, but you should know that when we talk about go to PyCon, it's not only go to the PyCon, it's for experience, to exchange, for travel and learn Python. You should package all the things together, and then you will think that this experience and the value is better than the travel ticket and the accommodation. So and also in China, there's some special force that they keep saving money to go very cheap to survive in Hong Kong. And this one is so you don't need to consider, because PyCon Hong Kong is free of charge basically. So that you consider accommodation and the flight ticket. Of course, you can sponsor me for the T tickets as well. And I have searched something to you. Yes, for the flight, cheaper flights and the accommodation. You can go to a hostel instead of you. If you got a financial problem, you can go to a hostel. Still clean and tidy. But don't go to the McDonald's or go to camping in the hill. Yeah, there's a suggestion. And then for some travel, you can use the autobus to use our public transfer. It's very cheap. And you can try our minibus. It's BT bus. Yeah. And then beside the PyCon, you can go to sightseeing, local cuisine, hiking as well. And for luxury, you can go to Disneyland or Ocean Park. Yeah, and also we are a tourism board endorsed in government. This key, yeah, this. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So if you want to go travel to Hong Kong in October and join PyCon HK, I hope everybody will be excited. So coming up will be join us at Fast for All conference from Songsu. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes.
Songsu. Okay. 안녕하세요.
Okay, hi, I'm Songsu. I'm an organizer of the PyCon Korea, but I will talk about the new open source conference in South Korea. The name is Force for All Conference. So the open source community wants to organize its own meetup and a conference, right? So, but because they want to share the knowledge and get on others' experience from the meetup and conference. Okay, so to organizing an event, the following things are typically needed: the sponsors, speakers, organizers, the other things. But the most important thing is the money. Yeah, you need the money to hold an event and get to eat. You have to bring it in from the outside. We call it funding, right? If an individual handles funds without an organization, that is a legal entity, means many problems can arise. The biggest problem is a tax. Yeah. So individual face a major tax issues when managing on event money, and also the sponsors having a difficult to send the money to individual or the personal account. So even if funds are received as an individual, they are counted as a personal incomes. That means that you will get a high tax. So the sustaining event operation is very difficult without organization. So in the past 2 years, the many open source communities in Korea have created their own organization. This is very inefficient situations. They are software engineer, not a tech, and not as accounting or running a legal entities. So every community that created an organization goes through the same process, and they are also need to learn the knowledge required to maintain the organizations. So it is difficult for the small open source communities to create an organization. Even holding a small meetup can be very difficult to them. So my friend and I often attend the global open source conference. Among them, we are most inspiring by Taiwan. We are especially inspired by two organizations, OCF, which is doing a physical sponsorship model, and COSCA, a very healthy non-profit open source conference. So that's why we started a non-profit organization in Korea to support the open source communities. We call the Force for All. The name reflects that free and open source software for everyone. And now we are doing a new conference on 8 November, so feel free to come to our conference.
So I have a great point. So I guess we will ask 数位游牧，我们数位游牧，然后先去香港，然后再去韩国。OK， 那既然这个我们是闪电秀，闪电是来自于哪里？天空、天文。那我们就不得不提到这个接下来的主题是跟天文有关系的。人人都是新建工程师，与 AI 打造专属你的天文探索 App， 来自易豪。
各位会众好，我先自我介绍，我是2018年从中央大学天文所博士毕业，然后转职软体工程师，然后包含这一次的那个短讲，然后我是连续9年在 PyCon 分享天文相关的内容。然后我去年出版了一本书叫《资料视觉化：用 Python 为星空作画》，我是用小说的方式描述人怎么跟 AI 借由 AI 的协作去取得天文观测资料，然后去了解天文的概念，比如说像太阳的观测资料、系外行星的观测资料，还有一些哈勃太空望远镜的观测资料。然后为了延伸我书中里面与 AI 探索天文的概念，我成立了一个FB 粉丝专页，然后分享了一些文章。然后这些文章主要目的就是让每个人都可以用 AI 工具将天文知识拆解重组，连接到生活及其他学科领域，创造出专属的探索旅程。例如用与 AI 与 AI 打造天文探索的 App。比如说这篇文章，我分享了如何用 Cursor 这个 IDE， 然后打造一个能抓取 NASA 系外行星的观测资料。然后左边的那个下拉选单就是可以选择系外行星，然后它背后是串接 NASA 的资料库，然后显示系外行星的一些基本资料。然后右边的话是借由串接 GPT-5 的模型，然后产生关于它的故事。然后再来是用 Bot 这个工具，然后去创作一个角色扮演游戏，然后玩家可以去借由收集各种临界认识 Astra Query 这个 Python 套件，然后再用 Windsurfer 去做一个介绍盖亚太空望远镜任务的一个网站。然后 用 Ripley， 然后因为测量形体距离的方法有跟三角函数有关，然后用这个去做一个游戏，然后 Lovable 去做一个介绍不同天文领域的大学博览会，然后用 ChatGPT 做小游戏系外行星方法，然后 Cloud 做可以认识多波天文观测的游戏。欢迎追踪这个 FB， 谢谢。
我们谢谢易豪带给我们就是用闪电秀的方式，让我们了解 AI 跟天文，用闪电般的速度。我们接下来下一位是非常有趣，然后非常可爱的一位讲者。那 the title will be Which stream processing should you use or should you? By Fisherman. Fishman, my bad.
Hey, I'm Reza. Quick reminder on stream processing in Python. I think not really just Python, just in general. So which stream processing library should you use? Just a reminder on why we use pipelines. We want to parallelize things. We want to make things reproducible. We want to order them. And sometimes we like the pretty UIs that they come with. And if you go to a PyCon, then obviously someone is going to have a Spark talk. Someone's going to have a talk about why Spark is slow and what you can do about it. And how you can improve the performance of Packet. And reminder that one of the things we want, because of reproducibility, not everyone has artifacts enabled by default, but some of them do. And artifacts, we want them because we want to be able to reproduce steps. We want to be able to check if our algorithms are correct, if every part of the algorithm is correct. And the question sometimes is the entire pipeline maybe faster actually than the steps in between. So serialization, everyone talks about it as if it's a fact or given that you have to deal with, which is why we have these. We had the Parquet talks yesterday, and basically we have steps where we transfer data into Python objects and take it back out. And sometimes actually this gets in the way of what we're actually trying to solve. And it's at points then time to consider to build your own pipeline. In software rather than in having a thing when each pipeline run is actually faster than the steps in between, and you use caching and other things in between. And to make that decision, actually, what you need to do is you need to actually just profile your code. You profile it, you visualize it, and then at the end of the day, it's not as important which pipeline library you use. You just use one, you do your POC, and then you start profiling the code. And quick summary, use a framework when, can't see it, it's too small on my screen. You need complex features like windowing. Obviously, then you want to use it. I've mentioned this multiple times. Sometimes the entire pipeline runs are faster than the CERDES in between. And if you're passing large objects, yes, earlier there was a talk about OpSpy in seismic processing. If you're doing stuff like that, you might actually want to consider to have the hooks for the pipeline as a software abstraction rather than actually. That's all.
Wow, that's thanks for Fishman about his presentation and his daughter. Yeah, and 我们来到了最后一个闪电秀的议程。那由我们非常就是大家今天能够参加各种 keynote 啊，就是 talk 啊，什么都要感谢我们的2位议程组的组长，他们帮我们规划了很多议程相关的事情，还有 Young Inspires。对， 好，那我们欢迎2位议程组的组长来带给我们分享，就是有关今年议程组的事情的分享。哦，题目是 PyCon Taiwan 议程组。那右边的
OK， 大家好，我们是 PyCon Taiwan 2025的 Program Team， 那我是组长 Justin， 那这位是我们另外组长廷义，对。好，那今年的 PyCon 呢，其实从礼拜5就有活动，那从我们最初的 Spring， 那今年的 Spring 呢是历年来少数就是参与者蛮多的一年。除了我们的 CPython 之外，我们还有另外一个有趣的Open Source 的专案，是关于讲影视产业 AI 相关的。而今年的 Speaker Night 也是非常的特别，我们找到了就是海港的 buffet， 然后呢，参与人将近90位，包含了讲者、社群、个人赞助商，还有我们的张三爸爸，对。Keynote 部分呢，就是除了我们邀请了 Tika。跟刚刚非常耀眼、闪耀的我们的 Tangolo， 那甚至是我们的东义，今年的 Keynote 我们设计成了以 AI 为主轴，从 CPython 最后到我们应用层面的，就是 Face API 的部分。Panel Discussion 的部分也延续了今年 AI 的主题，我们就是去讨论了一个 AI 是否会取代人类的一个议题来进行讨论。那YC 在吗？非常抱歉 ，YC。把你卡掉了，对，题外话 ，YC 也是我们今年的志工。Talk 的部分的话，今年也是非常的踊跃，其实有100多个人投稿，那竞争非常激烈吼。那在我们20几位的审稿委员审稿之后呢，最后我们挑选出了总共35个议程以及4个 tutorial。那 tutorial 部分今年也是非常的特别啦，就是来自 PyLadies 的伙伴，那甚至他也带来了一些很跟 AI 相关的一些 tutorial。那还有拍贴机的话，就是今年是首创非常特别的一个活动，对，就大家参与也是非常踊跃，更不用提 Young Inspire 的话，我们总共有3个部分的主题，分别是 Education、Open Source 跟我们的 Research。Open Space 的部分的话，我们很开心，今年就是高天有参加我们的活动，那甚至其他的主持人也非常的精彩，还有他们所带来的议题，甚至是 Post-Session 总共有8个活动，那甚至是也是来自世界各地的社群，那甚至是一些讲者个人都有进来分享。来听 Talk 的部分，Kobayashi， 好，对我应该没说错吧？对，好。就是现在的闪电秀，甚至是最后的拍奶，让大家体验一下台北的一个夜生活。好，
那我们今年其实完成了非常多的议程，就是有这12场，对，然后就是大家就是往年有，那我们今年全部都有，对，然后就是这是我们活动的负责人，然后最后大家想要认识我们的话，就是可以扫这个 QR code。
呀，谢谢各位，
做这种事情这样，谢谢。